Hello and welcome to another episode of UA's Double Overtime. I'm Connor Delaney.
And now I'm Michael Wolf.
Mike, we have so much time and so little to talk about. Wait, reverse that, scratch that. So much to talk about. It's been like 3 weeks. We haven't been on the show in a while. We can start. We didn't start. We got to touch. Let's touch on the Super Bowl quickly. I don't want to spend too much time on it.
Quickly, I wouldn't consider that a Super Bowl. It's supposed to be one of the best Super Bowls in history.
Terrible game.
Honestly, to me, it turned out to be one of the worst.
You were at the estate. He was here. We switched to Law and Order after that kick return. We started watching Law and Order. So.
Well, that kick return that I, myself, and John Miller called happening.
You did.
I would have to say.
You did.
You got to watch the game this year instead of playing games during the Super Bowl like last year.
Here we go. Here we go. We're not even 4 minutes into the show and we're already taking jabs at me. Excellent. We have other things to talk about. We have Olympic. We have men's hockey. USA has been killing it. Russia just got knocked out. We have NBA All-Star Weekend. LeBron dropped 42 points last night. Mike, where do you want to start? You want to talk some NBA? You want to talk some New York Knicks possibly looking to acquire Rajon Rondo? A lot of hot topics going on right now.
We're not acquiring Rajon Rondo.
Hey.
That's been such a tease since day one. Knicks fans always want to believe that that's going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's not. They could do so much better. They could shop him around anywhere and get so many better assets than what the Knicks can provide for them. So, I mean,
Melo literally said that if they don't start bringing people around him, that he is going to exercise his option to leave this year.
Oh, and he has every right to. But
he said, I want to win a championship, and if they're not going to bring the appropriate tools around me that I need to compete and win a championship, then I'm gone.
I'm not saying the Knicks won't try to get Rondo, but I am saying that if the Celtics really do want to shop him around and get someone, they could get so many other better players from other teams that are willing for Rondo than what the Knicks
especially a premier point guard like Rajon Rondo.
Yeah.
Let's talk. You know, we had All-Star Weekend. It was a great game. The slam dunk contest was miserable. Was miserable. I don't understand what the whole concept behind the East versus West thing was. I don't understand why everyone only got one dunk. I think that really puts a disadvantage to guys who are very good dunkers, but just maybe had a bad round or something. You know, I didn't like that format at all. And I'm
no, it's
sure
a terrible format. I mean, when you have one of the best dunkers just only dunk once, Lillard just one dunk and gone.
Decent dunk, but
he was supposed to be, one of the top competitors in the competition. He gets one dunk, he's gone. Everyone only gets one dunk, and then you judge off that. That doesn't make any sense at all. I think they're just trying to change it up, get people to
they just need to do
be appealed by the dunk competition.
I feel like my opinion on that is that you should not be competing in one of the competitions, i.e. 3-point dunk contest, unless you're a representative in the All-Star game.
I mean, I don't agree with that at all.
Why?
That's so stupid. What if you could be one of the best dunkers in the league, but not that great of a player? You'll never get a chance to shine in the dunk competition.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's 100% fair.
All right, because guys like Gerald Green, who had that great year with the cupcake dunk and the no shoot between the legs,
that would never happen. We would never see that cupcake get blown out.
Let's stay in NBA. LeBron James, King James, dropped 42 points against the Mavs last night as they pulled away. He came out with a statement of his Mount Rushmore. And he gave, Irving Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan. Happy birthday, belated birthday. We're sorry we didn't get to you sooner. And Oscar Robertson.
The thing is and
then Bill Russell came out.
It's who he left off, and
who did he leave off that should have been on that list? What's your Mount Rushmore?
My Mount Rushmore? You don't want to hear my Mount Rushmore? My Mount Rushmore has Allen Iverson on it, so I don't even want to tell the rest.
Try to get someone else in here with me. Allen Iverson? Are you kidding me? No.
I think Bill Russell 100% should have been on there.
But why? Because he has 11 championships on a great team. With Red Auerbach, arguably one of the greatest NBA coaches of all time.
I mean, to argue that he's not one of the best players, like for you to even say that he shouldn't be considered on there is completely.
It's not that he shouldn't be considered, but I just feel like he played in an era where a dominance of a big man, a guy like Will Chamberlain, who had 50 rebounds a game one time. We'll never see things like that happen ever again.
He was also towering over each player.
And Bill Russell came out, he said, I won back-to-back high school championships. I won 2 back-to-back at San Francisco College. I won a championship my first league in the year, and what do you say, one in the last
year,
league,
9
in between, which is great. And,
I know,
and Bill Russell, that's great, but Mount Rushmore, it's about individual talent. Guys like Larry Bird is the only player to win 3 consecutive MVP awards, back-to-back-to-back. Never been done before. Steve Nash was the closest one. LeBron might do it this year, but no one else has ever done that. And a guy like Larry Legend, who didn't necessarily have the skill, he's hanging above my closet. Oh, I got to throw Larry Legend some love right now. A guy who didn't have nearly as much skill as the guys like Michael Jordan, like a Magic Johnson.
He had heart.
he just worked his tail off.
100%.
There was an interview one time with Larry that an interview was in there, and he took maybe 500 shots, made 480 of them, and of the 20 of those that he made, he said there was too much rim. There was too much rim. There wasn't enough just pure net. You know, the guy had a will and a passion for the game that people are saying, oh, he should be off the list. Larry Legend should be off the list. Like that's nonsense for me.
I mean, either way, I think Bill Russell should be considered to be on top of there.
Considered,
but what I do
individually,
what I do like is that he got a little salty about it.
Did.
He was a little upset.
Oh, extremely salty.
He was really upset, and he told LeBron that basically, you know, it's not about individual accolades; it's a team sport. Mm-hmm. And you know, in the beginning of the All-Star game, you saw all the players go up to Bill Russell and shake his hand, and LeBron kept his butt on the bench and was warming up was getting himself ready instead of coming to shake his hand. So I thought that was a little bit of a
you can tell he's upset, but at the same time, and then LeBron went on later to say that he will indeed be on that Mount Rushmore by the time his career is over.
I'm sure he will.
Do you agree with that?
As much as I want to deny that, he 100% will be on there with everything he's doing now.
What I think that wraps up LeBron, and we covered that.
We can stop talking
Let's
about that for a little bit.
Olympics. You been following much?
Here and there. I mean, you know, a lot of the stuff is on
What's
real
the
early. I
gold
like to
count?
watch it live, not the repeats.
What's the gold count right now? We're gonna look that up. But U.S. men's hockey.
U.S.
beat
men's hockey beat Russia 3-2.
That's
I made sure I
huge.
stayed up and watched that for the shooting.
We're at medal count wise. We are at 21 behind Russia. Is at 22.
Well, you know how Russia cheats in the Olympics. I remember what was that in Moscow when in the 70s when we got cheated for basketball?
Finland defeated Russia 3-1 last night.
Who cares about Finland?
All right, we did get cheated in basketball. I do remember that. It was
I mean, they had 3 chances. They came down. They got 3 chances, 3 seconds left each time. You know, 1 out of 3 times they're bound to win.
You have Allen Iverson on your Olympic team.
In the 70s, what was his father playing?
No, I do remember Allen Iverson.
He gets cheated. I remember when Russia got caught paying the Mexicans to give USA bad scores. I mean, you know, they're ahead of us in the medal count. It's also in Russia. I mean, how obvious is it going to be? They're going to cheat again.
Russia looks beautiful.
Russia looks beautiful? Are you insane?
Looks like a beautiful
Are you insane?
Did you see those snow-capped mountains?
The snow-capped mountains, they just built that. They literally just built all of that for the
Someone
Olympics.
just came in with a bulldozer and just
yeah, that's literally what they
paved the
did.
way?
Yes, they got the big cats, the caterpillars in there, and fixed that all up for that. You think that it really looks like this?
I thought so.
Sochi?
I'm disappointed.
No, they built this all just for that. Just like they do with all the other Olympics. They completely rebuild the city to make it beautiful, just like they do in the World Cup as well for soccer. Come on, man. I don't like this right now.
You don't like this? You told me Allen Iverson's on your Mount Rushmore. you don't like this?
Come on, man. One of the best crossover to ever exist.
That's a boldface. First off, Tim Hardaway is named Mr. Crossover for a reason. Do we need to pull Spencer? Make sure you
want to get a highlight
highlights.
reel. Yeah, I'll get an Allen Iverson highlight reel right now about crossovers. I don't know. Did Tim Hardaway ever break Michael Jordan's ankles? No, he didn't. Probably not.
Listen, break his ankles. He
break his ankles.
He did not break MJ's ankles.
He broke Michael Jordan's ankles.
He gave him a crossover.
Hey, all right, right now, when this gets edited and everything, throw that replay.
I've seen the replay.
Throw it in there, and we'll see how broken those ankles are.
I've seen the replay. I've watched it many times. He gave him a light cross. He got MJ out to the side of him, and he pulled up for a jump shot. All right, and he made the jump shot.
He made the jumper.
He made the jumper.
Broke the ankles, made the jumper. That's all it meant.
Ankles. How many championships?
Break the wrist and walk away.
How many rings did he
Break
have?
the wrist and walk away. How many rings does he have? Well, you know what?
It's not his one MVP award in 2001 to the finals against the Lakers.
A bunch of scoring titles. I know that. Brought them to the championship by himself. Who did he have? Who was on the team? Eric Snow? He brought him with Eric Snow? Is that who it was? The biggest guard duo in NBA history? Eric Snow and Allen Iverson? You think that's what happened?
Marcus Camby? I appreciate Allen Iverson.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I do. He's a great player. He's pushing 6 foot, 150 pounds soaking wet maybe. The guy plays the game very, very hard. I can respect that, but to consider him all I'm saying is to consider him on a Mount Rushmore.
You know, but just like that was LeBron James's Mount Rushmore. This is my Mount Rushmore. You asked me what it was. I told you I didn't want to tell you because I knew something like this was going to happen. Someone was going to explode. So you know, and now you want to argue about it now. It's not my fault. I told you didn't want to tell you. Why? Who's your top 4? Let's hear it. Same one as LeBron James?
No, I didn't want to tell you.
Oh, now you don't want to tell me. I don't want to hear it, so that's fine. That works perfectly with me.
We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna take the mics off and just talk about this. Come back. We'll get our second half, and we got a lot in store for you.
And welcome back to our second half of UA's Double Overtime. We're going to bring up a topic of MLB baseball, but first I want to start with something very close to my heart, the retirement of Derek Jeter. It's sad to see the captain go, but he's got 1 year left, and hopefully
he had 1 year left 3 years ago.
That's not even close to true. You saw when he came. Oh, I'm already still heated from last half. Listen, I'm going to make this very short, nice and sweet. That's false. After he came back from injury, you saw what he was capable of doing. He was looking like the Jeter of young, not the Jeter of old. As long as he can stay healthy this whole year, I think they can win another championship.
You know what that gets?
What does that get?
What does that get right here? Right here. All right, here. That gets a big shore. All right, because Derek Jeter, love him to death, one of my favorite baseball players of all time, can't play the shortstop position the way he used to be able to play the shortstop position. That's all I'm saying. Defensively, he's great DH, but we don't need a guy we need a DH who's going to hit 40 home runs. We don't need some. That being said,
Mr. Clutch, I mean,
no,
I don't know how you
came back.
You need a DH that's able to hit. You don't need a DH that's able to just hits home runs.
No, we need Alfonso Soriano.
Alfonso Soriano, that's fine. I'll throw him in the outfield. Get him in left field.
I'm excited I'm excited about Yankee baseball this season. I think Jeter is. People are asking why now, Derek. This is the right time for him. I think that lineup, Cano hurts, absolutely, but I think the revamped outfield that they have, defensively, it's the best they're going to look in a while. Nunez at third, he's not a great. Unfortunately, but
I'd rather have Scott Brocious there, but
he's a great fielder. Nunez is a great fielder, has a great arm. That hot corner for the Yankees I think they were top in the AL East in errors at that position.
Yeah, for sure.
So, A-Rod getting that out of the spotlight and just having...
As long as he doesn't show up to spring training.
Brian McCann behind the plate calls a great game.
Oh, yeah.
Guy like Michael...
Showing Brian McCann behind the plate.
Guy like Michael Pineda, who said his shoulder's 100% and hasn't...
Listen, you know what? I need to stop you right now because let's not talk about the Yankees. Let's talk about Derek Jeter. I feel like this is his time. We just found out about his retirement. I want to talk about Derek Jeter.
Fair enough.
He's got a 312.
I get excited.
312 career batting average, 3,300 hits, and still counting. If he stays healthy this whole season, he could have 2,000 runs, 5 World Series championships, 2,000 World Series MVP, 5 Gold Glove awards, 3 Silver Sluggers. I mean, this guy is. This guy, there's Yankee players, there's Yankee greats, there's Yankee heroes, and there's Yankee legends, and he is 100% going down as a Yankee legend. And you know what?
Absolutely.
Now,
arguably one of the greatest Yankees of all time.
No, not arguably. He is one of the greatest Yankee players of all time. He is in my top 6, and I have him at number 6.
He's on my Mount Rushmore for Yankees.
Mount Rushmore, yes.
But
for top 6 players of the Yankees, he's number 6. Mo possibly being number 7. I got to.
That's some big shoes to fill for David Robertson. Let me tell you. I don't know if he's going to be able to. How he's going to deal with that.
That's number 8, but
David Robertson is number 8. Eric Chavez.
Wait for his career to be over. He'll be number 8. Eric Chavez, get the heck out of here.
Brian Roberts starting at second base.
I like that a lot.
I mean, he's a 20 stolen base guy. He's just injury prone. That's the thing with this team this year. If they can stay out, if the injury bug can stay away from the Yankees, killed them last season. Absolutely killed them. CC lost a lot of weight.
He's looking scary.
He's looking good.
He's looking scary. I don't know. I wouldn't say good. He's looking scary. Some people can't lose weight. He is one of the people that can't lose weight. He used to look like Smokey the Bear. Now he looks like Smokey the Bear on crack. It's really, really scary, and I apologize to him, but when he was gaining weight, he was pitching good. When he started to lose weight, that's when you saw he wasn't the CC of old, and I'm a little bit worried that he's not going to be the CC of old. He's going to be the CC of new, and it's scary. It's really, really scary. Yeah, pull up a picture. Let's get a picture on the screen for everybody, because I saw one. Yeah, it's brutal.
You're not kidding.
It's brutal. And, speaking of Yankee pitching,
but all right, who cares what he looks like? What's he gonna do for his performance?
That's it. I'm hoping.
As a pitcher.
I'm hoping that. But I think with a little bit of the force behind, I think with all that weight, he had some more inertia when he was throwing the ball. Maybe the follow through was coming down quicker because his arm was so heavy.
That's fair.
But I mean,
I love their outfield. Brett Gardner as a second leadoff for me in the 9-hole.
Yeah.
He's great. I think bringing Beltran in, Ellsbury in center field, obviously he's going to win a Gold Glove, and Beltran's a great fielder as well. Good bat. He had a resurgence there in St. Louis, helped them win a World Series. I feel like they brought in Lance Berkman after his resurgence in St. Louis. I just feel like they bring these guys in just past their prime. You look at Kevin Brown, Carl Pavano.
This is the New York Yankees. This is what they do. This is how they've been for.
But not Ellsbury.
Not Ellsbury. No, of course.
Ellsbury's going to peak.
And you know what? A lot of people said that contract was a little crazy, and you know what? It might have been. We needed that. We needed that bad. And now that we have that puts us back in the race of another championship.
Pineda.
I think it was great to steal him from the Boston Red Sox. Maybe securing another pennant for us. But, it definitely puts us in the race for a championship contender.
Pineda.
I mean, we'll see when he comes back.
As a fifth starter, when he's Tanaka, I mean, the rotation's looking good. They need a little help in the middle relief pitchers of that bullpen, I think.
I mean, now they got Tanaka. It's 7 years, $155 million. He chooses to spend what he is getting already on a $200,000 787 Boeing jumbo jet for him, 4 others, and a poodle to bring to New York. Would you say he's already spending his money wisely? He's already acting like a real New York superstar.
Yeah. We have Ichiro on the bench.
We do have Ichiro on the bench.
Who's that? Who's betting leadoff? Ellsbury bat leadoff, or do we have Jeter and Ellsbury bats 2 or 3?
I think.
I mean, Teixeira's batting cleanup because he's our big bat, or maybe he bats 3 and McCann bats cleanup. They have so many different rotations, and that lineup with Joe Girardi is not.
I think McCann would be in the 5 spot,
and Soriano at the 3.
Yeah. No, I think they're gonna have Soriano later in the lineup. To be honest with you, and
so you're saying Ellsbury at 3?
It's tough. I think it could go Jeter, Ellsbury,
McCann, Teixeira.
No, I would have McCann at 5.
If it were up to me, I would go. I would probably go Gardner, Jeter, Ellsbury.
Yeah, but
Teixeira.
we've seen your predictions before, and they've always been so
never pan out.
So
let's
wrong.
Let's stay on baseball, AL baseball. Let's talk about the trade. Kinsler going to Detroit, who was last year's favorite.
Yep.
And Prince Fielder going to a Texas team that needs some more power, some more pop in that lineup. What do you make of that trade? And I think personally for Detroit, it makes them look like less of a softball league team with guys like Miguel Cabrera. You can put Miguel Cabrera at first rather than third.
Yep.
A guy like Ian Kinsler who will produce more runs for you, steal some bases. They have plenty of power.
Not that Miguel Cabrera is a terrible third baseman, but he could do a lot better at first than third base. We knew they could get a better fielder over there.
They could definitely get a better fielder over there. It's like he'd do a better job if it was a hamburger coming at him.
That's 100%. I mean, I like Ian Kinsler a lot. I've always liked him for whatever reason. A bunch of my friends have always hated him. Don't ask me why.
Nice guy.
Nice guy. Great guy. A close personal friend of mine, to be honest with you. But he's a great guy. Great. He's a great fielder. Great bat. I mean, I don't see. I think that's a good addition. Detroit losing Prince Fielder. That's big though. That's losing a giant bat right there. A lot of pop for a big guy and a fast guy for a pop.
Yeah. I got nothing else on baseball. I exhausted everything that I have. I can't sit here and talk baseball that long. I'm sorry.
It's like sitting through a 9-inning game right now. I don't know if we can do
it's
that.
like the 7th inning stretch right now. We need some tape.
Some YMCA. Go to Yankee Stadium. Get them sweeping the field. Some
Me out to the ball game.
Jesus Christ.
You're supposed to pick up after you can't swear on the air.
I didn't swear. That's another close personal friend of mine. All right.
Whoa, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back to our big finish. We're going to talk about some controversy in the NFL. We're going to talk about take your picks. SU basketball maybe. Are they going to go undefeated? I think so. He's going to put up an argument, but we'll put that to bed.
Rough night.
Oh, jeez. Don't get me started.
Rough night.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah, the Knicks got some team. Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire. I can't even think about that. How's it going, guys? I know here on UA Double Overtime we're a sport-related show, but today I want to talk about our youth. And a big problem with our youth today is marijuana. But what I want to know is, does our youth have the strength to say no?
UA Overtime, #1 in sports and #1 in fighting the war on drugs.
Welcome back, and before we get into our big finish, we're going to do our controversial topic. It's going to be Michael Sam.
No, before you keep going, I just want to hope to God that Spencer could spell controversial topic in this week.
We'll get to that in our big finish on the over-under of his errors. But, Mike, what do you make of Michael Sam coming out, like, as far as, his draft stock, as far as just the courage for him to do that and what it means for just,
I think what it is, it's a great step for possibly with the NCAA, of course. It's another great step for when he goes into the NFL, for the NFL to have an openly gay player in there. It's a great step for America, because now people aren't afraid to come out in NFL's most, the America's most manly sport, if you want to call it, most aggressive, most masculine. He's proving against the stereotype of gay men. And there's, like you said, where's he going to be on the draft board now? A lot of analysts are saying that he's going to drop. And I disagree with that. I hope to disagree with that. I hope that for his sake, that America's sake, that we don't see a difference between gay men and heterosexual men. We just see an athlete. There shouldn't be a difference. I can understand that maybe some teams and some organizations don't want the media controversy coming as soon as he comes into the NFL. But, I mean, it should go without saying that that doesn't matter. That shouldn't matter.
No, I completely agree with everything you just had to say. And I would hope, and it'd be unfortunate for a team to pass up on a quality player who's expected to get drafted just because of something like that. It took a lot of courage, and if anything, he'll go to the right team, and the right team will support him, and that'll be that. And I'm looking forward to see where he ends up.
And all those teams that skip over him, I promise you right now, he's going to make them pay. Yeah. When he's on the field against them,
he will.
He's going to make them pay.
He definitely will. Shall we?
We shall. Let's get right into the
big finish. Cuse, basketball. Buy or sell that they finish the season undefeated?
Their only real test now is Duke, and I think that they're too weak of a squad to beat Syracuse right now. I'm buying that they're going undefeated the whole entire way.
Buy.
Where on the draft board are you seeing Johnny Manziel go?
I hope he goes #1 to Texans. He's from Texas. He played Texas A&M. I'd love to see him stay in his hometown. He said he wouldn't mind going to Cleveland, like you told me, but he wants to stay in Texas. He wants to be in Texas.
I don't see why not.
Over-under, we had touched on this earlier, over-under on the amount of mistakes and errors and typos that our producer, the one and only Spencer Pesh, makes today.
In just the big finish or the entire show?
I mean, we could break it down by segment if you want. There's a lot of we threw a lot of big words out today.
We did. Controversial.
Big
finish.
Big and finish. Yeah, there's a lot for him to possibly screw up. But
I honestly, you want to get this right. If he doesn't actually use spell check, if he doesn't use the dictionary that me and you split and bought for him, if he doesn't type,
that should be our controversial topic.
Hit F7. I think maybe 6. I'll give him 6, and that's nice. Over under 6.
Over under 6. That's good. That's
6.5. Over
that's
under
generous.
6.5.
That's generous.
Nice. Very generous guy.
That's buy or sell, or no. Take your pick. Durant, LeBron, MVP. Who's going to win at the end of the season? This is our last one. Take your time. Clock's ticking. LeBron, done. 3 straight. That wraps up our big finish. Mike, I know you're going home this weekend.
Gotta see Mom.
We have Thursday, Friday off of school. Enjoy yourself.
I will.
Tell all your friends from back home that,
Oh, definitely. I'm going back home. I'm seeing my best friend. This one's for you, Eddie Finn.
That's right.
Love you.
Nice kid.
While you're up here waiting for my arrival to get back Sunday night.
I
might come back Saturday night, make an appearance just for you. And for Sasha's birthday. Happy birthday, Sasha. Let's give a shout out to her.
I really hope you come. I don't know. I'm going to do myself the next few days. I'm going to really enjoy it. I'm going to treat myself. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a great show. It's always a pleasure. Mike, catch you later if you give me a good pass.
Eastern Conference is just throw the cards up in the air right now.
Oh, Allen Iverson, what a move.